Hi there, this is Debbie Nicholson. I'm the Director of Community Outreach for BeatCancer. We're happy to have you here with us today. And we hope if you like our content, you give us a like and leave a comment, subscribe to our channel. And as always, if you would like to give a donation, please go to our website at BeatCancer.Org. Today, I have a coach with us, one of our new coaches, Joe Gentle. Hi, Joe. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, Deborah.
Joe's going to share his story with us, and he is also a Healing Strong group leader, and that's a wonderful support group that BeatCancer has partnered with, so we want to hear all about that. So, hi, Joe. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm 60 years old, a balding middle-aged fat guy. I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer about 2.5 years ago, colon cancer. And one of the first things that I recognized in the medical community at large, in fact, one of the surgeons that worked on me kind of pulled me to the side at one point and said, "You have to be your own advocate." And he was really explicit with me. You have to be your own advocate. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. I figured it out since then. And I guess the big thing is what I'm looking to do. Obviously, I'm looking to heal people. I mean, looking to help people heal naturally, if I can. But the conversation, for me, at least at this point anyway, kind of centers around so what I'm looking for here. There's the conversations between oncology and the healing community are not linked.
Right.
There are mutually exclusive conversations, at least in the medical community in this area. And that's really the first thing I wanted to try to heal. I wanted to get healing information into the hands of the people that need it the most. And I don't know from a political standpoint if there's any chance I'll ever get the oncology community here locally on board with health and nutrition and those kind of things. But that's the focus of the group, is to bring that missing piece of the puzzle to the local community here.
What brought healing for you? I'm just curious, because that's quite an accomplishment on your journey.
Well, I'm still in treatment. I still receive chemotherapy.
You're doing great though, and you're helping other people.
Yeah, the doctors all tell me, so you don't look like a cancer patient. And,
so what do you think's been working for you?
Well, I try to do well. The first thing that I recognized right out of the box was that exercise is a big thing. For cancer patients, cancer patients can extend their life expectancy by about 40% by simply losing weight and getting some exercise. I mean, that's a statistic fact.
Wow.
And so if there's anything, that's about as dumb as it gets right there. Lose weight and get some exercise, Joe. That really makes a big difference.
Was that new for you?
Yeah, well, it wasn't new for me. I used to be a regular workout machine back in the day. Mm-hmm. But over the course of my middle-aged life, I kind of got out of the habit.
Sure.
I was I lost a full 80 pounds since my diagnosis.
Are you walking, or what are you doing? I'm just curious.
Yeah, walking is a big part of it. I power walk. My doctor said I need to get 10,000 steps a day, and I took it to the extreme. I may not do 10,000 steps every day, but I do it in a way that I do at least 3 or 4 times a week, and I do it full blast. I go out there to walk. I go hard. I push hard. I want my blood to pump. I want my lungs to expand. I want to sweat, and so I'm out there really out there hoofing it.
Get some detoxing going, and it's so nice to be out in the fresh air, nature, in the sunshine is so important.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's one of the things about detoxing that people don't really realize is modern convenience has kind of cocooned us into this electronic shell, and just getting out and getting your feet in the grass makes a big difference.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to see some things that you were doing because people always want to know.
Yeah. The diet next, I mean, I've gone pretty much vegetarian. I'm not going to say I'm completely vegetarian. We still have Fun Food Friday. We'll splurge and get a pizza from time to time, and then Sunday meals. You know, we're to the comfort food thing, and we'll have a pot roast or a boiled dinner or something like that on a Sunday, which is not 100% vegetarian for sure, but sure does taste good.
Oh yeah.
So the diet and the exercise thing were the two biggies.
Okay.
I've gone to the what they call the Eden diet, the vegetarian diet, trying to eat my fruits and vegetables.
That's the
Um,
important thing if you're doing 90%, things like that, because from everyone I've talked to, you still have to have some enjoyment. Um, but if you're 90% of the time you're getting all those fruits and vegetables in, that's the key.
yeah, and do some juicing.
Mhm.
I'm not particularly fond of vegetable juice fresh, but I do it. Try to get as much nutrition into my body as I can.
Wonderful.
Yep.
You seem like you have a good outlook too. You have a
Yeah,
positive
well,
energy.
it's the Lord has blessed me with how to explain it exactly. When I was in the hospital, waiting to have the original surgery, the Lord touched me and said I was going to be all right.
Wow.
And
So you had a moving experience.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty powerful.
yeah, God has a way of getting through to me. And
Wow.
he said no. He said, and the message was basically, um, stay or leave. It's going to be okay. And
Oh, wow.
and
Wow.
and
Well, we're
I'm
glad that
not one of these.
you're
I'm not
helping
one of these
other
people.
people. It's
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not one of these people that sit on my backside. I want to produce results in people's life. I mean, that's really what I'm hoping for.
And then, so then at what point did you become a Healing Strong leader?
It took me a couple of years to find them. I went up and down the Truth About Cancer path. I went up and down the Chris Wark and all these other individuals and organizations out there that
Hmm.
have these online seminars and that kind of stuff. And I think it was through Truth About Cancer that somehow I managed to get hooked up with a group leader downstate here in Michigan, Janine Iman, who runs the Brighton Feeling Strong group. And I went there a couple of times. It's about an hour and a half drive for me one way. And I went there a couple of times, and I said, this is exactly what I want. This is exactly what Bay City needs, my hometown.
Right.
We need a group of people who are supporting each other and who are focused on taking care of themselves. I mean, that really is kind of what it comes down to.
Can you tell us again what a meeting is, what a Healing Strong meeting is like?
Yeah, it's a conversation is really what it is. The coursework is a curriculum, and I pass that information out to the participants prior to the meeting, and then we just have a conversation. I begin by going over the disclaimer. We're not medical professionals. We're here to help each other, that type of stuff. And then we just launch off into the curriculum. And if like the last meeting we had, it was on healing and forgiveness, and
Wonderful.
we touched on some breathing techniques. We did some work with the people that were here on everybody has a little baggage, right?
Right.
And we worked on how important it is to heal people. A little bit of a prayer maybe in the meeting if everybody's up for it. And it's just a conversation. It's just
I think
helping
that's really wonderful because I know that I've heard of a lot of people that come to me and they're looking for support in that they feel a little bit isolated or they don't really have anyone to talk to that understands what they're going through. So I think it's really important to find that face-to-face support group, and then you're also following kind of a curriculum where people can get practical information, share their experience, and take something away that they can use in their life that's really helpful.
Yes.
So that's really amazing. And I love the founder, Susie Griswold, and we're just very like-minded with them. So I think it's really nice to get education and support also. So that's wonderful. And then tell me what made you take the cancer coaching course with BeatCancer then?
Well, I realized really fairly quickly on that I'm kind of in over my head. I mean, I'm not I'm no physician. I'm no practitioner. And I've been the last 2.5 years, I've been more or less focused on colon cancer and solid tumors as opposed to the different types of cancers that are out there that I see almost every day anymore. And I just needed a groundwork, a springboard, a base understanding of how to take people from square one to, or from square one to square two, gently with some love and just affection, just making people know that there's we can do this. It's doable.
Right.
I mean, it's not it's according to modern medicine, it's not scientifically proven, which is kind of baloney, but it's really just it's just a good hands-on practical approach to good health, that if you heal the body, sometimes the cancer goes away. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to achieve.
Yeah, and I like that you're also talking about the emotional root causes, such as forgiveness that you were talking about, because that can be a really vital part of healing. So I think that's really wonderful that you're talking about all the different types of root causes and things that could be affecting the healing journey.
Yeah.
So how often do you usually meet with people?
We're doing it once a month right now, but honestly, I'm open to anything. I mean, if somebody needs a little more support, I'm not adverse to driving to the next town and spending some one-on-one time with people. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all.
That's wonderful.
I'm a salesman by trade, and driving a half an hour one way doesn't make a whole lot of dent in the old gas mileage. If you know
Right. So you're in Bay City, Michigan.
Correct.
Okay. So then if people are looking for some educational and lifestyle support, and they also want that contact, that face-to-face contact where you're actually not online, but you're meeting with human beings, you're getting that connection and that care and support from people that understand, then go on Healing Strong's website. It's healingstrong.com. There's a map. You can look for a meeting in your area. And if you're in Michigan near Bay City, you can look up Joe. And Joe, are you open to answering questions? If people have any questions, can they shoot you an email?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Call me. I mean, I've got the phone number you called me on is specifically for Healing Strong.
Okay, so we will put that in your information.
Yeah, it's a separate line. So call me. I don't care. I tell people, if you, as I'm going around my, my normal business routine, shaking hands and kissing babies, is what I do. And I tell people about Healing Strong and about BeatCancer.Org. And I tell them, if they have any questions, check out the website or just pick up the phone and call me. I'd be happy to do whatever 24/7.
That's so nice, Joe. Thank you so much.
It doesn't matter. And the big thing that I want to help people with, it's really confusing. If you hop on, and I'm sure you probably know this, and you can probably, the people you help, they probably know, stay off Google. It's not a pretty thing out there in Google land.
Especially now, because they are blocking holistic education. So when their searches, they're controlling who is coming up.
Yeah.
So it's getting harder and harder to find holistic, unbiased, high quality education. So at BeatCancer.Org, we are offering that, and Healing Strong is offering that also. They have a very nice curriculum that's pretty structured. There's some Bible based to that. So there is, I know it's not necessary, but there is a foundation there for some prayer, some scripture. That's correct, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all Bible based.
Yes.
And again, the mission here isn't to scare anybody away. We're not a church. I mean, I'm not going to try to evangelize anybody. I mean, if it happens, God bless them. You know, I mean, that's
Right.
but it's not an evangelistic effort by any stretch of the imagination.
Right. You're inclusive, so anybody can come and get support and education from people that care and that understand.
Really remove the confusion. That's the big thing.
Right.
I talked to so many people that are scared and alone and are just confused. I mean, they're just confused. And that's right. And I told some of the folks at Healing Strong. I'm not sure how many of those folks you know, but my regional group leader, I shared an email that I received from a possible participant, and she's 4 years into it now, and she's going through kind of the same kind of things I am. We're just kind of bouncing between treatments, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And she was so scared and so alone, she wouldn't even come to a meeting. I offered to meet her privately, at her home or at a restaurant, wherever she wanted to meet, and make trips to me, and then just kind of lay things out and eliminate. I hate it when somebody's eternity is screwed up. If you have to, I don't know if you're familiar with what's his name, Dr. Kevin Connors out in Minnesota. He wrote a book called "Cancer Can't Kill You If You're Already Dead," and it's a short read. Maybe even for somebody like me, it's not a big time reader. It only took about an hour to get through the book. And it's really what it points out to is this is not all there is. I mean, and even if it was, we still need each other. What's that old Irish proverb go? It goes, the people live best under the umbrella of the friends they're with, or something along those lines.
Right.
And that's really what we're trying to provide here, an avenue to get healed, and an opportunity to show them that eternity is for real, and it's just not this life is not everything. This is not all it is. There's more.
Right. And when you're alone like that in fear, there's cortisol going through your body, and that's not going to help with healing. So it's much better to be with people and feel supported and cared for. That's when good hormones start flooding your body, as opposed to fear hormones flooding your body. No healing can take place when you're in fear and there's cortisol flowing through your body. So, it's much better to come out of that and find people that can make you feel supported and to bring that fear level down.
Yeah. Let's take the confusion out of it. Let's just go take a deep breath, go slow, and let's work on it.
That's absolutely great advice, Joe. Thank you so much, and we're so happy that you're doing good on your healing journey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you, Deborah. I appreciate the call and the opportunity.
Thank you.